Another cold, dreary day in Texas. Well, here goes Doge and Robinhood manipulating the market. Hi y'all, Kimberly here. If any of you are into the cryptocurrency, Dogecoin has exploded all day long. It was about at 23 cents right now, and I think I already reported on it once that my initial investment that I had last year, probably by the time, had I been able to keep it, I took some money out of it to fix my car. Had I been able to keep that initial investment, I would probably have about $35,000. Sometimes it makes you sick at your stomach. But I was able to put a little bit back into it, and nothing near what I had. And some of the Bitcoin and the Ethereum, got a little bit of that. And the stocks have been dropping like nobody's business. They're just going down, down, down. So I picked up some cheap stocks. Hopefully, when they bounce back up, it may take a while. I don't know, maybe a month or two or something. Hopefully, it goes back up pretty quick. But either way, the Dogecoin, it's expected that it's going to fall back down, but I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. Some people are thinking it's going to go up to $1, and nobody ever thought it would get up to a penny for years. It took a long time for that to happen, and now it's just exploding. It's just, eh. If you can keep your money into that initial investment of whatever it is, and just keep it rolling, that's one of the main things that you try to do, when you're investing. Try to find one thing that is really the thing that can make or break you, and hopefully it goes the right way. Well, Dogecoin is doing that now. Bitcoin, it's not as Bitcoin hasn't really skyrocketed like Dogecoin is. I think right now it's around 63,000, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, 63 something. And the Ethereum, the last time I checked, it was like 2,500 and around there. And hopefully, I'm thinking about buying into some of the altcoins, the smaller altcoins. And I do have some sub-penny stocks just sitting on them, like little clusters of them here and there. Maybe in a few years, each one of them will pop, even if it's just, even to double my money. That's just something that I kind of dabble in a little bit. Not a whole lot, because I'm not like a big time, I was going to say gambler, but it's kind of risky, putting your money in the stock market. But there's something that it's something that if you do your due diligence and you try to learn the market and learn how to invest, it's something that for your future, if you do intend on retiring early or trying to save money for, a house or a car, learning to invest is one of the best ways that you can keep the principal in there and hopefully make a little bit extra, or just leave it in there, let it double and triple or whatever, let it go to whatever heights it can reach. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'd put a little bit of my stimulus check in there. I had to pay some bills, and I got a few other little things, but trying to let it hopefully let my money work for me instead of me having to work so hard for money. And I'm just sitting here watching the Dogecoin, watching it go up and up and up, and wishing that I had my initial investment from last year. I think I might have had, I can't really remember, about 700, 750 in both Bitcoin and Dogecoin. And this is like pre-penny. I mean, before it reached penny. And if I would have been able to keep that initial investment, and if I would have been able to cash it out, there's several times, that I would have been able to reinvest it. And what I calculated was both the Bitcoin and the Dogecoin that I had, it would have been around between 30 and 35,000 by today. And who knows, in the next few months, could have doubled or tripled. Who knows what's going to happen, Well, just waiting to buy that dip, and hopefully, I did buy the dip on the stocks. I'm trying to ride the high on the cryptocurrency right now. Hopefully it doesn't crash too hard. Hopefully it doesn't crash at all. And, well, to invest, you do need the dips. You do need the surges, the ups and downs. If you're going to do a little bit of swing trading, just a little bit, trying to, even if it's for a few months or a few weeks, getting a good dip on a stock, buying as low as you can and waiting for it to go up. That can be a little bit, I want to say, tedious. You're just sitting around waiting. You have to check it all the time, checking. It can be a little bit discouraging, I guess. But you just got to wait and have patience, which that's really hard for me to have. I get a little impatient, and I'm a little bit conservative on my investing. And I would say I probably lost a lot from, being fearful that I'm going to lose it all. Because it is, there is a lot of risk, and it's just one of those things that sometimes you just got to take it. And I'm trying to hope that it turns out good this time. Hopefully I can keep my money in it this time. Hopefully I don't have any expenses or things happen. If I can keep that initial principal in there, just let it ride, just hoping things go up, and just keep watching the market. And I was looking at some of the altcoins, and I didn't realize the altcoin market was that big. There's tons of them that I've never heard of, and a lot of them for like a penny or less, or just below 10 cents. But I think some of these, I don't really know very many of them. I just barely looked at a few of them the past few days. And I've heard some of the names. I'm not going to call any out because I don't want anybody thinking I'm endorsing any of these, because I'm not. But just looking at some of them that I thought that I might invest in, like the last week or so, they've already doubled and tripled. So I kind of have that hesitation, and it comes from fear of, losing everything. And when you don't have a lot, to risk it on something like that, it can be really, really stressful, and really, trying to figure out what's the best one, or there's so many of them, you just have to look, and it's confusing. It was a little bit confusing. I stayed up pretty late last night. I was looking at a lot of them, and I nearly bought a couple of them, but I was just hesitant. But I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna do some more research tonight, and maybe through the weekend, and then I might pick some. I'm gonna see how they do. I'll report back on them, how they did, or how poorly they did, how good or how bad they did. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot. I'm just gonna do it like in a experimental stage, or just trying to get my toes wet. And I was looking at the different kind of the wallets, because I usually use Robinhood, but I do have a Webull account, And I've never bought the cryptocurrency through Webull. I don't know if they charge fees or not for that. I'm gonna look into that. And I do have Coinbase, but I've never used Coinbase. And I was gonna look through some of the other platforms. I downloaded eToro. I'm gonna check that out. But I was looking. I actually want the ones I wanted to, or the altcoins I wanted to get into were, like I say, some of the very, very cheap, like below a penny, or I don't know, a few cents. I don't really have an exact amount, but just some very, very small ones. I just want to put in like some smaller investments just to kind of look at it and see how it does, and just to get my toes wet into that market and see, how I can stand the stress of it, because it does kind of stress me out. But I really have really thought about investing, and I've always thought about it since I was very, very young, since I was a kid, like 7 or 8 years old. I used to follow the financial pages in the newspaper a long time ago. For those of you that don't know, they used to print out this page in the newspaper at the end of the day with all the stocks on it. I don't know if they still even do that, but you could, look at the open and the close, the high and the low, and just the same thing that you get on your phone. But it used to be printed in the newspaper, the daily news, or maybe not. Yeah, I think it was daily. And now you can do it over your phone. It's so easy now. And so I've always wanted to be able to do it. And before cell phones, you had to have a computer, or you had to go to a stockbroker. You had to pay fees. It was very time consuming if you didn't have access to an account online. And now you can just do it so easily. You can just open an account online at one of the trading platforms and just do your research and look, and just basically, you have to do your own education, your own research, your own due diligence, because it is a risk. It's something kind of risky, but it's something that I've been always wanting to do, and I'm trying to do it a little bit more now that we got the stimulus check. And hopefully I can continue on, and I'll see what I can do tonight. I'm going to check out some of the little altcoins, the very small ones, and then I'll report back on it. I'll see y'all later. Bye.